All right, everybody. Hello, and think I'm setting a world record for time between SGC submissions. So you can tell, probably know that SGC started in 1998. When it first came out, it was really the first alternative to PSA. I had some cards I sent off to get graded. It was a long time ago. Most of those cards are long gone, but I have one left from that batch. This is a David Robinson rookie, which at the time got a 96, which is the equivalent of a 9. And I looked up the number and into their database, and it said it was submitted in July of 1999, 26 years ago. So 26 years later, this is my second submission, and I thought I'd try to record it. Please forgive me if it looks a little off. My wife has helped me as much as she's able to, much more than I could have done. So I sent 8 cards to SGC, mostly junk wax era stuff, just for the heck of it. I watch unboxing videos all the time. They're fascinating. And when people get back their grades and they're astonished, it always fascinates me. So I went through my collection, and that I still have. It's not a lot, but I found 8 cards I wanted to get graded. And out of those 8, 7 of them I thought, these should come back high grades. One of them I knew wouldn't be high. I just wanted to get it graded. So we're going to look at those. I estimated what I thought they might be and wrote them down, and I'll share with you how close or how off I'm going to be. Now, obviously, everybody wants a 10. I am not foolish to think that these were all going to get 10s, but I figured, well, they should get 9s. I went through them with magnification. I looked at them really carefully, and I'm hoping for the best like everybody else. So here we go. All right. Very nice packaging. I'm not sure how to do this. It's not okay. So I submitted a 1992 Shaquille O'Neal Hoops Draft Redemption. I pulled a redemption card, got the whole set, broke it up, sleeved it back in 1992. Went through this one with a fine-tooth comb. I thought, man, it's perfect. I really thought this might get a 10, so we'll see what it comes out to. 9.5. I just couldn't quite, it just wasn't going to give me a 10. 9.5. I guess I should be happy with that. It's a really cool card. Everybody wanted Shaq back in the day. This was the height of the mania for his cards, so I'll take that. All right. I sent off 3 1990 Donruss cards. Now, before you laugh at me, I was a school teacher for 30 years. And back in 1990, in the workroom, there was a box from Donruss. I opened it up. It had a set of 30 Donruss learning cards and some curriculum guide to go with it. Well, I snapped it up. I knew they'd get ruined. Nobody else cared or wanted it. And to show you what they looked like regular, these are some of the others in the set. Regular 1990 Donruss, except the pictures were all different, and they had this Donruss Learning Series logo on the bottom. These are kind of oddball. The premium 3 cards in that set were the Nolan Ryan, the Griffey, and the Bo Jackson, although there's tons of Hall of Famers. Well, here's 2 of them right here. And like I said, it was a 30-card set. So here's the Bo Jackson. These are hard. Before I turn it over, the red, it is with borderless cards that are colored. So we'll see. 8.5. I'll tell you what, it does look good in that holder. I'm not too mad. You never know. Sometimes you see people unbox these and it's like, oh, I got a 6. It's like, what? It looks perfect. So I'm down with that. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to find some more of those Donruss Learning. Here's the other ones. All right, here is the Griffey from the Donruss Learning set. It's a nice looking card. Came back a 9. Like I said, I was hoping for high grades. Nines are fine. Anything above it, fine, even better. But I was trying to be realistic here. All right, that's a good looking card. Look how young he is. That's sweet. Now here's the Nolan Ryan. I noticed this one's in a holder, a little sleeve. Like this one was in a sleeve. This was a 9.5, so maybe this is a 9.5 or a 10 and they sleeved it. The other ones don't have that on there. Yeah, maybe that's how they do it. 9.5. So clean. Just couldn't quite give it a 10. Come on, man. 9.5, just give it a 10. It's nice. All right, I had 2 Hakeem Olajuwons that were really nicely centered. These are second year 87 cards. They're all over the map. I loved Olajuwon. He was my guy. Well, he and David Robinson. I was a center guy. So I'm hoping I get, a 9 at least. Okay. So pretty well centered, maybe a little off left to right, top to bottom looks good. I did notice that there is a print mark right here in the gray. A lot of those cards have these. I don't know if they dock them for that, but corners looked really good. So at least I'm not getting pounded with any 6s or 7s at the moment. Here's the other Olajuwon I sent off 2. Wow, I got an 8. A little disappointing. This one looks a little bit better centered left to right. Maybe top to bottom, not as quite as good. Corners look good. That's probably not worth the cost of submitting, but that's how it goes. This is one I'm going to save for later. Okay, this one here is a Michael Young. I'm a Rangers fan. Michael Young is, in many ways, face of the franchise, holds tons of records. This is a 2000 Topps traded autograph. Of course, the big one in that set's the Cabrera. This might be the second best. I don't know, depends. But if he could have played 3 more years, he could have had 300 hits. Or 3,000 hits. He had 200 hits 6 times, 5 times in a row. He's a machine. And then he started late at 24, was done by 36, had really 12, 13 years. He really needed a handful more, but okay, here we go. 10 on the auto, which not surprising. 9 on the card. This card was super clean. I mean, I looked through it with magnification. It looks like there might be a dot right there, which I'm telling you, when I looked, there were no dots on anything. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but so far I'm getting mostly 9s. All right, now this one I just sent for fun. It's a 1980 Topps tri-panel. It's the Ron Brewer, Fred Brown with the Larry Bird rookie. This was not a high grade. It had pretty good corners. I'm thinking maybe a 7. It's certainly not a high grade, but it's not garbage either. So we'll see here. All right, a 6. I was hoping for a little bit better, but I guess I can't complain on a 6. I think it's just cool that I got a Bird rookie season card in a slab. It looks really nice. So I did about what I thought I'd end up doing. Some of these, I've had all these forever. I'm kind of digging these, the way these red cards pop in these holders. The Nolan at 9.5, that's sweet. And any Bo Jackson, this kind of an oddball thing is super cool. Greatest athlete of all time in some ways. And this is not an easy Shaq rookie to get. So, like I said, I was just testing the waters. 26 years between submissions. That's got to be some sort of a record. I don't know if I'll ever do another one. I might. I don't have a ton of cards left that I really want to get graded, but if they do, they'd probably be more on the vintage side. Those are really hard to get. in eights and nines and tens, certainly. You know, it's not like the new cards that are chrome that are practically, you can't even rip them in half. That's a whole different thing. Well, that's my video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you down the road.